Hi, everyone. Good morning and happy Monday to you all. Everybody's doing well, I suppose. And this is another episode of Conversations with MM. And this day, I have a very special guest, another writer who will launch his upcoming first novel titled Storm Across My Cherished Bridge. So here it is. I have the book. I have a copy of the book. And I am also honored to have with me the writer himself. He is a Filipino writer and based here in uh, the Northeast, in the Northeast part of America. I'm talking about Mr. Gene del Carmen. Gene del Carmen has written short stories for illustrated comics and television scripts in Manila, Philippines. And he recently retired as a corporate accountant and now works as a realtor in New Jersey, where he lives with his wife, Arieleta. And he holds an MA in theology. And the book, Storm Across My Cherished Bamboo Bridge, is his first novel and fourth book. Let me welcome Gene del Carmen, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you,
Hello
Mary Dear.
po. Hi,
Thank you,
sir.
thank you. Yeah, glad to be here.
Happy to have you and honored to have you. I read your book and I didn't put it down. I was moved to tears and I could relate it very well. And in my review of it, I really wrote from my heart that it's a triumph of the human spirit story. It's transformational. It's triumphant. Ano po yung inspiration you for doing this? And congratulations.
Thank you for your review. That was a very touching review for me. Inspiration is uh, my wife and I are childless, so
Mhm.
I we're there, but we're very fond of children. Okay, and the main character here is a 15-year-old girl in this
Uh-huh.
novel. Now, I read in 1997. I have seen on TV when um, Britain turned over Hong Kong
Mm-hmm.
to China, 1997. Okay, I've seen that on TV. Uh, I also after that, maybe about 5 6 years after that,
Mm-hmm.
I heard of some protests of Filipinos. There's a lot of Filipinos in Hong Kong doing domestic housework.
You're right.
And so, but at that time they had a protest. I think it was because of wages and living conditions. And somehow what came to me was a Filipino nurse having a child in Hong Kong with a man, that he
Mm.
falling in love with a man, and they having a child, and but being married, she couldn't stay with the child, so she had to abandon her, and that
Wow.
was the story. Okay.
Oh, so it was based on a true to life story. A little bit of it.
A little bit of it, yeah, yeah,
Wow. So that must have really touched you, sir.
yeah, very much. Because whenever a child is abandoned by a parent, for me, it's no matter how difficult the situation and the reasons are,
Mm-hmm.
I will always that'll always appeal to me because we don't have children.
Oh, but I'm sure you have many other pamangkins and
Oh
apo
yeah,
from all the others,
too
other
many,
siblings.
too many. Well, wait, there's only two of us, Christina and I,
Oh,
but
oh, I
we have
didn't
a
know.
I have a lot of cousins who have a lot of children.
So that fills the void, I suppose.
Yes, yes, they do.
Yes, amazing. So, sir, Mei is the 15-year-old child of the novel, and
Right.
I like the how you portray her character, a smart girl, so advanced for her age,
Right.
and
Very smart girl. Yeah.
yes, and the part that touched me in the story was like her constant search for her mom,
That's
which
right.
yes, and I like, in my review I noted the transformation of all the characters from from coming from chaos, coming from mafia, and into becoming a successful businessman,
Right.
which is Mei Ling's father and all the characters surrounding him. They are they are full of hope. That's
Right.
uh, that's uh, that's a good thing that writers can do. We impart hope,
Right.
especially in nonfiction. I mean, fiction stories too.
Right.
So, so this message of hope, where does this come from in your heart too? I mean,
I
or also in experience wise.
I've always been optimist. I've always been an optimist. There's always, being a writer, being a struggling writer.
Uh,
One cannot stay struggling all the time. You have to have some kind of hope that somehow your work will be uh, will be found and given uh, the what you call the
Recognition.
recognition. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Recognition it deserves.
Uh-huh.
So that that remains a dream, Marie dear.
I see. So, but sir, the book is already, is it out already,
It's out
or
already. It
uh-huh?
it was it was released December 1st.
I see. Where can we get this book?
It's on Amazon, it's
Mm-hmm.
on Barnes and Noble, and it's on my publisher's website, austinmacaulay.com. But
Uh-huh.
Amazon is where they're selling most of it.
That's great. So, ano naman ang also in terms of theme, the book discusses immigration, immigrant
Yes,
life.
yes, yeah.
So, what is the message that you want to put across here?
The immigration issue is most most relevant today.
Mm-hmm.
I came here on a visitor's visa,
Mm-hmm.
and I found a job, a good job, because I was an accountant. Uh,
Right.
but I worked for an electrical contracting company. So it was, but I was deported back to the Philippines. Somebody, for
Wow.
some reason, I was tipped into immigration, and so I was deported.
Oh my God, that's sad. So when was
Yeah,
this? What year?
that is in 1972, I believe, 72.
And how were you able to come back?
Uh, my employer, the
Mm.
engineer, my employer petitioned me. So
Oh, good.
it was a good. He stood up for me, and that was very good of him. Yeah. So I was able
Amazing.
to come back.
Wow, but you really wanted to come back. You really
Yes, yes,
thought that
yes.
America is a good place to
I
live.
believe. I believe with all the things that I have, I think there's
Hmm.
no other place for a person like me but here in the United States.
Yeah, sir. Speaking as a writer to another writer, it's a constant struggle. Like economically, we are never really able to. For me, I don't know if with you, but it's like writing does not really put food on the table or a roof on our heads unless
No,
you. And so,
no, it's
how do you balance that? How did you
well.
balance it?
I have as I mentioned, I'm an accountant, so
Right.
that is where my bread and butter comes from, and I, I would like to write full time where my writings is good enough to sustain me, but I'm not
Hmm.
there yet. I'm not there yet.
You really plan to do that?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's every writer's dream, diba, Marivir?
Uh-huh. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
It's our dream to just write and write and then not be stressed with any other kind of work.
yeah. Writing in the Philippines is very difficult. I
Hmm.
used to write for comics, and they only give you at that time. This is during the early '80s. They
Hmm.
only give you 30 to 50 pesos per
per
short
article.
story, per
Oh,
short story,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that's not really enough to sustain, for example, a family if you have a family. So
Right.
you have to keep writing, you have to keep submitting, but then it's a very difficult life. But here in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
writers are really rewarded very well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why I wanted to come back.
That's good. So, sir, when is this book going to be launched? I understand you are going to do a book signing.
Yes, my publisher is arranging that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be here in. There's a Barnes and Noble near us in Eatontown, New Jersey. That's where I wanted to have my book signing because all my friends are here, and
Uh-huh.
they all want to come. So they're still arranging it.
Wow, looking forward to that. Maybe within the first quarter of the year.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
Oh, great. I would like to see that event coming to fruition. But then,
Okay.
yeah, this book has
I will
been,
let you know. I will let you know
yes,
when that is. Okay.
awesome. So you know what? This book also is has I have seen hope in transformation of people through this book, and
Yeah.
so the character Douglas, a single father. Where did you find anyone who was like that, and you wrote about him?
No, that's really
A
a
fiction.
made up character, uh,
Yeah.
Douglas. Yeah,
But the other character, the nurse, her
Agnes,
name
Agnes,
Agnes.
Agnes. Yes,
Yes. Oh, she has a story to tell too. You can actually angle it through the
yeah,
life of Agnes if you chose to. So
yes,
Agnes
yes,
also, like, she tried to support her family, and then being so abused, she couldn't take it anymore, and did something to her husband. I'm not gonna say all the story,
right,
but
right.
the value of forgiveness and transformation, forgiveness among the children, her older children.
Yeah,
I see in you, like the theological aspect of you. Is this playing up too?
yes. Always the theology is
Uh-huh.
theology of forgiveness and kindness is always in my themes. There could be characters who are really negative and brutal, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow it pays to transform them towards the end into into a kinder, more gentler characters in the end somehow.
It's amazing. I like how the children of Agnes also bonded,
Yes,
and
yes,
so into like yearning for each other, especially mailing the young
right,
15-year old. And I saw the authenticity of, like, the anger, the resentment initially of the older sibling,
right,
the
right.
girl.
The girl,
Yes, and so
uh,
so I really related to the characters that you wrote about.
right,
And
right.
what is your hope for the immigrant Filipino here in the U.S., sir? I mean, we
you
are we
know
are so inspiring, and we also have a lot of challenges. So, what do you think?
Filipinos come here and they're I think they're better equipped to handle immigration problems because most of Filipinos are college educated,
Mm-hmm.
and if you look for a job and you don't have the proper papers, I think a good employer will most likely have you take you in and help you with your papers, and that's what happened to me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what happened to a
Yeah,
couple of my friends also.
that's good. And so, also the element of diversity, where I see the intermarriage of the Guatemalan assistant
Right.
and the Greek and the Greek guy.
That's
So
right.
you
Yes.
see that too happening, right? Unfold in
Yes. Yes.
America.
Yes. Yes. It's quite a good mix.
Yes.
The George, the Greek guy,
Mm-hmm.
and Dolores, the Guatemalan lady.
Right, right.
They that could be. When I was thinking of this,
Mm-hmm.
I was really thinking of what a great romance that would start, that would produce. So and it was, yeah,
I know it was fun too, and it's like it's heartwarming that you see Dolores warm up with Mei, and so
yes,
it they
yes,
really
yes.
became a an extended family.
That's correct. That's
So that
correct.
is on
Yeah.
looking at the very good side of immigration communities here, sir.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Amazing. But most importantly, I was thrilled by your book. To when Douglas was having quandary on whether to pursue the lovely the
Agnes.
lovely who
Oh
was
yeah,
this
Natalie. Natalie.
Natalie, or
Yeah,
will he go back to Agnes?
Agnes.
That
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, it's so gripping. It
You know,
actually, yeah.
yeah. What happened was Natalie
Uh-huh.
was a late entry character. She has grown up,
Mm-hmm.
and so she fell in love because basically she was lacking in family, and she
Mm-hmm.
saw in Mei Ling and Douglas the family that she was yearning for, and so she was willing to forgive. To
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, there's another element coming out
right,
on forgiveness.
right, right,
Or you could also sense as a reader, I could sense like, I'm suspicious with Natalie that she will
yeah,
eventually take revenge.
right.
Yeah.
She could go either way. She could fall for Douglas fully, or
Mhm.
she can take the revenge when he's not looking.
This
Something like
is this is the thrilling part of the book. That's why it's like, oh my god, you better be able to wrap this
that.
up well. I was like,
Yeah,
so I didn't stop reading. So
yeah.
you know your books sir can become a movie.
Yes,
You can actually sell it to a producer.
I started doing that now. I
Oh my
started.
god. All my prayers for a
Thank you.
successful proposal.
Yeah,
Amazing. So this is not because you are my friend's brother, but the book is really worth reading, and it has to be read by so many other people as well, because
right,
it's really transformational and triumphant, is what I have written.
right.
So, so in your past experience as a writer, this is your first novel. You
Right.
have been writing also about Pacquiao.
Yeah, short
I
story.
haven't. Yeah. So what was it about the great boxer, the senator?
Yes, yes. What happened? The story there is that there is this uh, there is this heart surgeon here in the a Filipino heart surgeon
Okay.
who is now a widow, a widower,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and is very successful in his practice, and
Mm-hmm.
he wants to go back to the Philippines to give back. He wants to do free surgeries,
Mm-hmm.
heart surgeries for
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos who are unable to afford that kind of procedure, that kind of healing. So
Mm-hmm.
he planned to. So he did that. He went home, but
Mm-hmm.
it was his family that his family he saw that his family is dysfunctional,
Oh.
so he was able to correct his family, and all through the motivation of he. In fact, he came here because he was motivated by Manny Pacquiao, who is so generous to his to Filipinos. Okay, so
Oh
that's
my
the
god.
angle of Manny Pacquiao.
I should be able to get hold of that book again. Also.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So is that selling in the US?
Yes, yes, it's here. It was published here.
Oh, and so it's also in on Amazon?
Yes, it's still in Amazon. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Looking forward. I will check that out. And so, sir, you and Christina, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, I'm talking of Christina DC Pastor, a very good friend of mine and a colleague in the media. And Christina introduced me to her brother, who's having a book launch this year. So now my question, sir, is like you and Christina. I didn't know that there are only two of you.
Yeah.
in the family as siblings. So you're both writers. So who influenced you to be writers?
I think she has the talent of writing even before I realized mine because she went to UP mass communications and journalism. Uh,
Hmm.
at that time, I was still uh, I didn't know if I was going to do the writing myself. It was not yet evident that my
Oh,
writing is going to
so you
be.
were a late bloomer.
I'm a late bloomer, but
Yeah,
her side is journalism. Mine is more of fiction.
creative, right?
Yeah, creative. Yeah,
So that. Do you collaborate sometimes? Do you help each
she's
other?
she is my editor. She edits all
Oh,
my
that's great.
books because she's very good at that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she could make it like really more compact and
Yes.
more
Yes.
exciting because like
Yes.
another set of eyes would see that.
Right. 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 Right.
So that really works.
Okay.
Amazing. So any more prospects for you as a writer? What
I'm
do you
writing.
have?
I'm in the middle of something of writing novel again.
Uh-huh.
A novel, a full fledged novel is 50,000 words
Mm-hmm.
as required by publishers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the I'm in the 30,000 part of it. So I just passed the middle of
Uh-huh.
I don't want to give out the idea of it yet because
Mm-hmm.
it's not good to do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Keep it to
When I was
yourself first.
Yeah, when I was in the Philippines, I told the director of an
Mm-hmm.
idea of a story for television.
Mm-hmm.
It came out the next day. Somebody got hold of it.
Oh,
Somebody he told everybody, and so the idea was not mine anymore. See?
I see. So that's not good, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, just better keep it to yourself
that's
until
right.
it's really like a finished product.
Right, right.
Amazing. So in terms of, oh, I have to segue, sir, as a realtor here in the US. How is business now? Is it, I mean, post pandemic, is it picking up?
It's picking up now. My best year as being a realtor was last year because I had a lot
Uh-huh.
of clients.
Why
And
is there a factor to that?
well, a lot of people wanted to after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, during the pandemic, the
Mm-hmm.
that was the height of people wanting to buy a house because the interest rate was 3%.
Uh-huh.
It has now gone up to 6, sometimes 7%, and
Mm-hmm.
that is a big increase of for on your monthly mortgage. So everybody
Yeah.
was trying to take advantage of that, but it's still a good market for real estate.
So in the coming years, or this year, for example, so it's still good to buy houses, to
Yes,
invest in
yes. Well,
houses.
um, a house is. I often tell my clients, a house is your retirement nest egg. Once you get old,
Mm-hmm.
the value of a house often doubles or triples, and when you need the money, when you get old,
Yeah.
that's when you can cash in on your house. A house is also owning a piece of property in the United States, a piece of the United States.
Right.
It is there for you to do your to protect, not just to protect you from elements, but to keep the memories of life in your house.
Yes. Yes.
So that's those are all the purposes. Those are all the pluses of owning a house.
But the upkeep is also a. Do you consider upkeep as the minus part instead of having a condominium?
Condominium is I sold a lot of condominiums too, but the
Mm-hmm.
thing about condominiums, you have to be you have to adjust to living with others very close by. In fact,
Right.
the only thing separating you from the next door neighbor is a drywall. That's it, huh? So you have if they're loud, if they're and if they are not respectful of you,
That's a downside.
you'll have to live with them. But a house has all your privacy intact, just for you
Hmm.
and your family.
Right, but in your experience, are Filipinos more attuned to buying houses than
Yeah,
condominiums?
they love houses. Filipinos, at least here in New Jersey, the
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos are my clients. They would prefer houses than condos or townhouses.
I see. Now let me go back again to your book, sir. Storm Across My Cherished Bamboo Bridge. The bamboo bridge is an allegory
Yes,
to
yes,
parents. Like
that's right.
they are the strength of the child or the
That's right.
children. So why did you choose this bamboo bridge?
The
Is this
bamboo
a
bridge,
personal thing for you?
I would say, because the parents here
Mm,
are not exactly the in place parents that most people have. As you know, Douglas was kind of a ruthless businessman, and
yes.
the mother was nowhere around. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not the planted kind of a concrete bridge that they can look up to. They're more of a swaying kind of characters in a child's life. So the
Mm-hmm.
bamboo bridge was exemplified all that.
Mm-hmm. I see. Now, a little bit of story naman from you. You took up theology, and how come you did not decide to pursue the priesthood?
Christine will tell you that I almost went into priesthood right after high school,
Oh, really?
and yes, yes. But the thing is, it was I realized then that
Mm-hmm.
it was not the life for me. It was so rigid. Priesthood is so rigid in prayer and character. So I had this kind of playful side of me, the artistic side of me, that I would like to put forth and let loose. So
Mm-hmm.
I chose I chose not to go.
So you chose accountancy instead.
Yes, because accounting is very secure profession.
Right, right. It is secure, and look at you.
Yeah,
You can do your passion at the
that's
same
right.
time,
That's right.
earn very comfortably.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we writers should take note of that, of your own
yeah.
journey, sir.
As I mentioned, in the Philippines, I was writing when I was also working in
Mm-hmm.
accounting, and it's very small. You have to the pay for writers is very small. So I made up my mind to finish my accounting, and
Great.
then do the writing on the side.
Good decision.
Yeah,
Actually, but it's very rare for a writer to be so good at letters, creativity, and you are also so good at numbers, accounting,
I
that.
I
That's
struggled.
rare.
I struggled through it, but
You
I
struggled.
I was not bad. I was okay. Yeah.
Could you tell us before we wrap up, what is your message, your thoughts about writing and our impact on society and how we should sustain ourselves considering the primarily economic challenges of us sticking to being a writer? What should we do?
There are the economic challenges of a writer. I want to be honest with you. There are times when I second guess
Mm,
my talents because, as I mentioned, the recognition does not did not come did not was nowhere to be found. So you
mm-hmm,
struggle. You
mm-hmm,
doubt. Sometimes you doubt
mm-hmm,
your talent without the recognition somehow. But the thing is, and I have seen a lot of successful people, Billy Joel and Tyler Perry. They
mm-hmm.
almost took their lives because they were
Desperate.
unsuccessful at
Mm-hmm,
some time in their lives. They were unsuccessful, but look at them now, and they're the ones that I. It's good that I was able to learn of their lives kept me going on. That kept me going.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that inspiring note,
Okay.
Gene.
Yeah.
And all the best. And looking forward to the launch of the storm across my cherished bamboo
I
bridge.
I will let you know, Marivir. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you, then.
ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this short conversation of ours, and we'll see you again in one of our future episodes. Take care, everyone. Take care, Sir Gene.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi everyone.